Right now, while you're watching this video, a millionaire just woke up. Not because an alarm forced them to. Not because their boss needed them. But because they made a promise to themselves, years ago, that every single morning would be intentional. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to hear. The gap between you and a millionaire is not money. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's what they do between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., before you've even opened your eyes. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Not theory. Not fantasy. Real habits. Real patterns. Proven results. If you apply even 3 of these habits, your life will never be the same. Let's get into it. Habit 1. They win the morning before the world wakes up. Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Tim Cook, Elon Musk. What do they all have in common? They don't react to their mornings. They architect them. Most people wake up and immediately grab their phone. Within 90 seconds, they've already consumed someone else's opinions, someone else's drama, someone else's agenda. And just like that, their mind is no longer their own. Millionaires do the opposite. They protect the first hour of the day like it's sacred, because it is. Studies from neuroscience confirm that the first 60 to 90 minutes after waking is when your subconscious mind is most open and most programmable. Millionaires use this window to set their intention for the day, move their body, even just 10 minutes, feed their mind with something that grows them, sit in silence, something most people are terrified of. The morning is not just a routine. It's a daily declaration of who you are becoming. Ask yourself this: does your morning belong to you, or to the world? Habit 2. They are obsessed with learning. Here's a stat that will stop you in your tracks. 88% of wealthy people read at least 30 minutes every single day. Only 2% of the general population do the same. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. But here's what separates how millionaires read from how most people read. They don't read for entertainment. They read to extract wisdom and apply it immediately. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his day reading. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. Mark Zuckerberg committed to reading a new book every 2 weeks. Why? Because they understand one of the most powerful laws in the universe. The more you learn, the more you earn. And it's not just books. It's podcasts on the drive. It's documentaries at night. It's conversations with people who are smarter than them. Millionaires are never the smartest person in the room, on purpose. They surround themselves with knowledge constantly because they know. Your current income is a direct reflection of your current knowledge. When you stop learning, you stop growing. When you stop growing, you start dying. Choose to learn every single day. Habit 3. They think in goals, not in wishes. Let me ask you something personal. Do you have your goals written down right now? Not in your head. Not, kind of, written down today. If the answer is no, you're not alone. But that answer is costing you everything. Harvard Business School did a famous study. Students who had written goals earned 10 times more than those who didn't, within just 10 years of graduation. 10 times. Millionaires don't just have goals. They have an obsessive relationship with them. They write them down every morning, not just once a year at New Year's. They review them every night before sleep. They break them into daily non-negotiable actions. And here's the deeper truth. A goal without a plan is just a wish. A plan without action is just a dream. But a written goal with daily action and relentless focus? That's a destiny being built. Millionaires think in systems. They reverse engineer success. They don't ask, what do I want? They ask, who do I need to become to have what I want? That shift in question changes everything. Habit 4. They have a deeply intentional relationship with money. Most people spend first and save what's left. Millionaires save first and spend what's left. That one sentence is worth 1,000 financial advice articles. But it goes even deeper than that. Millionaires track every dollar. Not because they're cheap, but because what gets measured gets managed. They know their numbers, their monthly expenses, their net worth, their investment returns, their passive income streams. While the average person avoids looking at their bank account, millionaires are studying theirs like a CEO studies a quarterly report. They also think differently about money at a core level. The average person sees money and thinks, "What can I buy?" The millionaire sees money and thinks, "How can I put this to work?" They understand that money is a tool, not a trophy, not security. A tool, and like any tool, it only works when used with skill and intention. One habit that nearly every millionaire shares: multiple income streams. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. 7. Habit 5. They protect their energy like their wealth. Here's the habit nobody talks about. The richest people on earth are obsessive about their energy. Not just physical energy, mental, emotional, and spiritual energy. Because they know a truth that most people learn too late. You can always make more money. You can never make more time. And without energy, you can't even use the time you have. Millionaires sleep 7 to 8 hours, unashamed. They exercise, not for aesthetics, but for clarity. They meditate, not as a trend, but as maintenance for the mind. They say no, constantly and without guilt. Every unnecessary meeting they skip is an hour back. Every toxic relationship they eliminate is energy reclaimed. Every distraction they cut is focus restored. Oprah meditates twice a day. Jeff Bezos prioritizes sleep above almost everything. LeBron James sleeps 12 hours a night and credits it to his longevity. These aren't coincidences. High performance is not built on hustle culture and burnout. It's built on strategic recovery. Guard your energy. It is your most valuable asset. More than money, more than connections, more than ideas. Habit 6. They give, and they give big. This habit might surprise you. Millionaires give generously. Not because they have to. Not for the tax write-off. But because they understand a spiritual and psychological law that most people never discover. Generosity expands the giver. When you give freely, you send a signal to your deepest self that you live in abundance, not scarcity. And abundance thinking is the very foundation on which wealth is built. Warren Buffett gave away 99% of his fortune. Bill Gates has donated over $50 billion. Chuck Feeney gave away nearly $8 billion, anonymously, and lived a simple life. These men didn't give because they were rich. They became more because they gave. You don't have to give millions. Start where you are. Give your time. Give your knowledge. Give your encouragement. Give a percentage of every paycheck, no matter how small. What you give out always finds its way back. Here is the real secret. Voice slows, deeply intentional. This is the soul of the video. I want to leave you with something real. Millionaires are not superhuman. They're not chosen. They're not lucky. They're not different from you. They are simply people who decided, one ordinary morning, that ordinary was no longer acceptable. And then they built habits. Small ones. Daily ones. And those habits stacked, day after day, until one day,